Recently, you've been seeing a lot of news about the NFL and NBA players talking about, how many players in the NFL could play in the NBA, how many players in the NBA could play in the NFL. Oh yeah, I would be putting up buckets. I think we saw there was one player saying 30 NBA players could play in the NFL, which is just like an insane amount. Obviously, these are the top athletes in the world, but that's still just something crazy to see out of some of this. So we thought, why not bring this to track and field? What track and field athletes do we think could go on and perform in a professional sport, whether it's basketball, football, whatever it may be? So, I mean, Noah, you got a whole starting five, here. Why don't we go through what made you pick some of the people for your stuff and go through some of these names as well?
Okay, so this is my pre-disclosure statement. So I think that there's a ton of very athletically talented track and field athletes. I also think that there are some very unathletic track and field athletes that are just, blessed and get fast. And that's fine because that's what we do. And that's okay. But these particular athletes here, I sat down, I said, okay, which athletes do I really genuinely believe could do something else, could play another sport? Could I see them succeeding in? Now, other than myself, on the men's side, because I could play either in the NBA or the NFL, wide receiver, quarterback, point guard. I'm just an athlete. Okay. But I really was more so drawn to the women's side of the sport and the women and the athletes and the women's. So I created a starting five basketball team with some track and field athletes, right? So I seen highlights and I seen the way she moves and I seen highlights of her shooting in the gym. So my point guard is going to be Sydney McLaughlin. Okay, that's my point guard. My two guard. So we got to have some size. A lot of different skill sets are required to be a good shooting guard. You got to be able, you got to be able to do a lot of good things to be a shooting guard. So my shooting guard going to be Anna Hall. We got some size going on. She good at a lot of different events, got a lot of different skills. Moving to the small forward. Some would say the three, the wing position, whatever. Also need a little bit of a bigger body. Good at a lot of things, skilled. I had to go with Rachel Glenn, the collegiate athlete at Arkansas, okay? Mm-hmm. All right. Now, my four, I got to have tall height, some size, a dominant force, okay? My four, Alexis Holmes.
Ooh, that's good.
Telling you, okay? And now my five is a little bit of the same. I'm looking for like a Shaquille O'Neal level dominance, and I had to go with none other than Shaune Miller-Uibo. So, and she's a dog. So my starting five: Sydney McLaughlin, Anna Hall, Rachel Glenn, Alexis Holmes, Shaune Miller-Uibo. Right there.
That's some pressure, man. That's some pressure. You got some athletes.
I got some serious talent, man, over there. I'm telling you. I'm going to get a group chat going with the ladies later. We're going to run some fives.
Get some practice singles.
Yeah, we're going to run some fives with LA Fitness.
There you go. Or whatever that gym is that all the NBA players playing in the offseason.
Yeah, that one. I got connects over there. We'll be over there.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool. I can see him. Got some talent, got some hoops. So, yeah, get that five running. Put them up against your 5 my 5. That's good. So I did a little bit differently. I didn't do it quite the same way. I have a starting five action. I took, hey, what are some athletes I think we could see? So we'll get things started. Abby Steiner, put her in on Team USA for soccer. Boom. We know she can compete. She competed at Kentucky. She was on the soccer team for the first 2 seasons until I think she had a minor knee injury or something. And she was like, nah, I'm looking at track. Smart move. You're doing well. I got her over there. Sticking with the Bowerman champions while we're at it, we're going with homeboy Javon Harrison in the NBA. Just really get him in the dunk contest. I'm sure he got to have a crispy dunk, a crispy 3-pointer, but I'm taking him. If we line him up against anyone, I'm taking. He might be able to dunk that ball like Ant Edward. I got to see it. Like that dude's got some ups. So I mean, you see him. You seen him hoop? I mean, I feel like you got some insight.
I've beaten Javon. He has not beaten me. Just saying. I told you I could play the NBA, but continue.
All right. Well, you ain't dunking over him though, can you?
I'm not dunking on him. I'm gonna give him a nice lay though. I'm gonna give him.
All right. Yeah, little ISO, something. All right, I see it. Then we gonna go over to some NFL side of things. What I got here, I got Grant Holloway as an NFL. He was a 4-star wide receiver in high school. He was originally going to be doing football, but he decided, just doing track over at Florida. So I got him. On a similar note, Erriyon Knighton, he was also a 4-star recruit at a high school for a wide receiver. So I feel no one's catching them. You put those two just sprinting down the line, no shot. There's no shot that you're catching them. I'm taking them every day of the week, twice on Sunday. Offensive line, Ryan Crouser, left tackle. There's no man in this planet that is pushing Ryan Crouser off that ball. He's going to be an absolute unit defending the blind side for any quarterback that you need. I couldn't think of somebody that I wanted guarding the left tackle other than my man, Ryan Crouser. Then 2 other athletes I got. We talked about this man earlier, Fred Kerley as my strong safety. I've seen that huddle tape. If you haven't looked it up, take a look at my man Fred Kerley's huddle tape at strong safety. Dude was laying down people, putting them out cold. Honorable mention, I'm not going to count him because he has actually played in the NFL, but Marvin Bracy and Devon Allen both have actually played in the league, so I'm not going to include them in this, but shout out y'all for actually making it. And then last person, you talked about a college athlete with Rachel Glenn. I'm going to bring out another college athlete with Leo Neugebauer, decathlete out of Texas. I'm putting him at tight end. That dude is an absolute unit, one of the best athletes in the entire world. That man's going to be just like Travis Kelce out there, taking out deep cuts, throwing it from Patrick Mahomes. We got that all day. He's going to be a menace as that tight end. So that's who I got for some of these pro athletes for track guys.
I like it, man. It just goes to show we got a lot of talented athletes in this sport, man.
And some good people. And then of course Noah making he's going to be the point. Who's your NBA comparison, since you can play obviously in the NBA too, of course.
Okay, so I always thought I was like an Allen Iverson type. Okay, just to be humble. But my older brother texted me like 2 weeks ago, and it was during the Sixers Knicks playoff series. And he texted me, and my brother, he didn't have to say this because it's true. That's why he said it. He said, OMG, bro, your game reminds me so much of Tyrese Maxey. I said, well, I can see it though. Very explosive, great finish in both hands, good jumper, natural leader. I could go on for days, but I won't.
Thank you for being so humble with that. Great jumper, natural leader, just like, easy, great guy,
Finish with both hands.
Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, we'll have to see some clips on see a huddle or something like that. So wherever you got the highlight clip out, let us know. We'll have to take a look at that, man.
Might have to show y'all some things, man.
There you go. All right, that's another episode of the Track World News Podcast. Thank you all for tuning in. Next week, get excited. We'll be previewing a little bit of the Prefontaine Classic that'll be coming up the following week after, which we will, or at least I will be live at, which will be exciting. We'll give some news. I got some exciting stuff coming for you with that. Thank you all for listening. Noah, any final words for the people?
Appreciate y'all tapping in, man. As always, God bless y'all. Take care.
Peace.
Peace.